Make friends with people who want the best for you. Always place your becoming above your current being. Stop saying those things that make you weak and ashamed. Say only those things that make you strong. Do only those things that you could speak of with honor. The things that pose the greatest threats to your survival are the most real things. If you cannot understand why someone did something, look at the consequences and infer the motivation. It's appropriate and praiseworthy to associate with people whose lives would be improved if they saw your life improve. If you're going to insist on bending the world to your way, you better have your reasons. You can only find out what you actually believe, rather than what you think you believe, by watching how you act. You simply don't know what you believe. Before that, you are too complex to understand yourself. What is your friend, the things you know, or the things you don't know? First of all, there's a lot more things you don't know. And second, the things you don't know is the birthplace of all your new knowledge. So, if you make the things you don't know your friend, rather than the things you know, well then you're always on a quest in a sense. You're always looking for new information in the off chance that somebody who doesn't agree with you will tell you something you couldn't have figured out on your own. It's a completely different way of looking at the world. It's the antithesis of opinionated. Truth is the handmaiden of love. The successful among us delay gratification and bargain with the future. You must determine where you are going in your life, because you cannot get there unless you move in that direction. Random wandering will not move you forward. It will instead disappoint and frustrate you and make you anxious and unhappy and hard to get along with, and then resentful, and then vengeful, and then worse. Face the demands of life voluntarily. Respond to a challenge, instead of bracing for catastrophe. You cannot be protected from the things that frighten you and hurt you, but if you identify with the part of your being that is responsible for transformation, then you are always the equal, or more than the equal of the things that frighten you. If someone is making everyone around them miserable and you'd like to know why, their motive may simply be to make everyone around them miserable, including themselves. The poor and stressed always die first, and in greater numbers. They are also much more susceptible to non-infectious diseases, such as cancer, diabetes and heart disease. When the aristocracy catches a cold, as it is said, the working class dies of pneumonia. Love is the desire to see unnecessary suffering ameliorated. The purpose of life is finding the largest burden that you can bear and bearing it. The secret to your existence is right in front of you, and it manifests itself as all those things you know you should do but you're avoiding. If you don't say what you think, then you kill your unborn self. When you have something to say, silence is a lie. Can you imagine yourself in 10 years if, instead of avoiding the things you know you should do, you actually did them every single day? That's powerful. The way that you make people resilient is by voluntarily exposing them to things that they are afraid of and that make them uncomfortable. You have to treat yourself like you matter, because if you don't, then you don't take care of yourself and you become vengeful and cruel and you take it out on people around you and you are not a positive force. None of that is good. You suffer more and so does everyone else around you. You're going to pay a price for every bloody thing you do and everything you don't do. You don't get to choose to not pay a price. You get to choose which poison you're going to take. Ideologies are substitutes for true knowledge, and ideologues are always dangerous when they come to power, because a simple-minded I know-it-all approach is no match for the complexity of existence.